I'm in my early 20s, and I haven't journaled once in my entire life. At least until now. So, you might be wondering, Andrew, why did you decide to do this amazing thing? Well, I'd like to inform you that the reason's dumber than you think it is. Okay, he's got a point.
The main reason I started journaling is because every video I make on the channel is based off of recent events that happened in my life, so I thought having a journal would be a good way to find ideas.
But what I didn't know is, like the song that this guy is jamming out to right here, I didn't realize it would become literal therapy for me.
Spending money like I just got paid.
The first thing that it helped me with was it massively helped with my mental health. As someone who pretty much instantly jumps to the worst case scenario when it comes to a lot of things, I'm able to look back on my journal and just be like, hey Andrew, you know that thing that you thought would literally kill you yesterday? Yeah, it turned out to be nothing like the other 1,000 times you have thought of something like that. The second thing is, it helps me remember the positives just a lot more. And I think honestly humans in general, we just tend to naturally hold on to the negatives a lot more than any positives. It's just kind of the way we're wired. But journaling, I can look back on those journals and just be like, hey, yesterday there was actually a very good day. A lot of good things happened. Maybe some things that I don't exactly remember, but looking back on it a couple days later, I'm now realized that, this week wasn't just another ordinary week in my life. Something good actually came out of this week. And I think that's actually really important. You have to remember the good times, otherwise your life's just gonna be full of misery the whole time. The last thing, and honestly this is one of my favorites, a journal doesn't talk back, You ever had those days where like just something bad happened, right? Or maybe even something good happened and like you wanna talk about it with somebody, but you kinda want them to just listen. You don't really want them to give their own feedback on it. Like, have you ever had that time where like, oh my gosh, I did this amazing thing, and you talk about it with somebody and they're just like, yeah, well, I did that a week ago. Or like, you're talking about something really negative, right? Like something bad happened, and then you're trying to talk about it with someone and they're just like, life happens that way. A journal doesn't do that, It's something you can just write down and you can reflect on it yourself. A journal listens, a journal doesn't talk back. And I think honestly, that is one of the most important things. There are times where you just don't need input from other people, right? And you just kind of want to go off in your own world. That's what a journal does, and I think that is such a good thing. If there is a tip I can give you if you want to start journaling, is that don't take it too seriously, right? It's really something that is just meant to be a stress-free environment where you can just write things down. If you don't want to journal every day, don't journal every day. It's seriously not a requirement. I don't know where people got that from. I don't journal every day, and it has helped me a lot. It doesn't need to be visually appealing. You don't have to constantly correct spelling mistakes or make it look cool or do a tab at the side. You don't have to do any of those things. Just kind of have fun with it. It's meant to be a time where you can be stress-free, so have a good time. And I think you'll realize, just like I did, that journaling is probably going to make some of the biggest change in your life that you have had in a long time. Alright, on a completely different side note, I've been watching a lot of K-dramas lately on Netflix, and they have this really cool like light leak ending transition effect thing, and I want to try it. So, here we go.
Okay, try